I have said it once, I'll say it again. Relationships are about power struggle. Relationships are about who has the upper hand. It's never about equal partnership. It's always a power struggle. If we don't have the upper hand, you best believe she will do anything in her power to take it. Buddy of mine asked me this question: why do women restrict a man's activities? Doesn't want him to go out and work out in the gym, go hang out with his friends, do his hobby, if he has a motorcycle, whatever. If he wants to go on a ride, doesn't want him to do any of that. If she's not thinking about taking the upper hand in the relationship in her conscious mind, you best believe she's doing it in her subconscious mind. Women want our time and energy and our resources. We all know this, right? The more time, before I say that, have you ever noticed is when your girl doesn't have anything to complain about in a relationship, she will always make something up. If the relationship is going perfect in your head, she's gonna start arguing about leaving the toilet seat up. She's gonna start arguing about leaving the dishes in the sink. She's gonna start arguing about not taking the clothes out of the dryer or not putting the clothes into the dryer from the washer. She'll find the smallest little problems and try to argue about it. Why? Because women need emotional ups and downs. They live and thrive off of emotions. This is why you need to keep your woman on that on that emotional roller coaster. So when you know that she will always find something to complain about, why not just give her the reason to complain about? And the reason being, don't give her enough time. She will always complain about that specific problem more than anything else. But at the same time, you are not giving up your power. See, when you're fighting with her about small little details in the relationship, you're giving up your power. She sees you as a subordinate. She sees you somebody with low value, somebody lower value than her. This is why she has the audacity to fight with you about trivial things like that, even though you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing as a boyfriend, as a partner, as a husband. This is why when you take time away from her now, you turn the tables around and you put the power back on your hands. Now she has to chase you to get your validation, to get your free time. Fellas, time is not free, first of all. But a lot of us think that it is. $5 billion cannot buy you 5 seconds of time. Let that sink in the back of your head for a second. To finally realize how important and valuable time is. You're never going to be in your 20s anymore. So this is the time to make things happen, to win at life, to kick life's butt, to start chasing after the things that really matter. Not women, not settling down, not a long-term relationship, definitely not a marriage, let alone kids. You need to get yourself away from that distraction. Fellas, women do not care about your feelings. They don't love you for who you are. The only thing they love is what you can do for them. And they will do everything in their power to hold on to that power, to hold on to her position in your life so she keeps getting the benefits of being with you. Which is why she always tries to control you. This is why she doesn't want you leaving out of the house and go do your things. Because even deep down, she knows that if you leave her sight, maybe you might find somebody better. If you're not spending time with her, maybe you're doing things that make you happy, and maybe you'll start thinking about somebody else. Maybe you'll come across some new person. You'll become happier without her, doing your own activities. She doesn't want that. She cannot stand that. Why? Because women are selfish. They're narcissists. This is why I always tell you guys to go after life and do things that you want. And forget about society and women and what she wants and everybody else's feelings. Because everybody on this planet is selfish and narcissists. People love themselves more than anybody else in the entire world. Themselves come first before anybody else. So you need to get into the habit of doing so as well. This is actually something that my uncle told me. He's actually a very wise man. He told me one day, he asked me this question. He said, who is the number one person you love the most? And this was back in my blue pill conditioning days. And my uncle is kind of red pill, not a whole lot. And automatically, since I'm thinking from a blue pill world, I tell him my mother. He said, no. Think again. And I was clueless. I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he wants to know. He told me it's you, Zeke. You are the first person you love the most in your entire universe. And that opened up a lot of ideas in my head. A lot of light bulbs went off in my head when I heard that. It made sense. And women takes that piece of information and magnifies that 10 times. They love themselves 10 times more, or at least in a fake sense, they love themselves 10 times more. And do you know where that fake sense of reality coming from? It's coming from us beta males, the beta cucks, who's liking her pictures, commenting on her pictures, DMing her, sliding in her Instagram DMs, catcalling her, cold approaching her. All these guys are inflating her ego. Even though she looks like a 6, guys tell her she looks so hot and whatnot. Because they live in a scarcity mindset and they're afraid to call a woman out on her bullcrap. Fellas, a woman will respect you a lot more if you're honest with her. And no relationship will last unless the woman have more respect for you than she does for herself. Mark my words, a woman always has to respect you than she does herself. Also, she also has to respect you more than she loves you. Otherwise, that relationship is not going to work. And she cannot respect you when you're letting her dictate your activities. She cannot respect you when you let her tell you, hey, no, you're not going to the gym tonight after work. We have karaoke night. Girl, what? Fellas, it is always about the power struggle. This is why when you see couples in your college or high school campus where it's like they look like the Instagram power couple, girl looks really hot, guy looks like he's a Chad. And they've been together for a while. She's showing him off in all her prom pictures, homecoming pictures, going to beaches with him, family vacations, whatever. Getting ice cream with him. You know, she has highlights on her Instagram bio of him. There's a whole separate highlight just with his name underneath it, written with a heart emoji next to it. This is why you should never feel sorry for any of these. Because the woman is wearing the pants in the relationship. I promise you that guy does not stand up for her bullcrap. Do you know how I know this? Because when I go through a girl's Instagram and I see she has a boyfriend, do you know the other type of pictures I see on there? Her showing cleavage, her and her thong pictures, her and her bikinis. That automatically tells me this man does not have any backbone. Otherwise, how can somebody you were dating have the audacity to show her body off like that to the rest of the world while you guys are together? You are a cuck, my dude. That is so much disrespect. That's how I know she wears the pants in the relationship. And women are very good at it, fellas. They won't like directly tell you, hey, do this because I told you to. They won't tell you do this or this, that, and the other. They'll give you the googly eyes. They'll tell you all the sweet words. Be like, hey, honey, if you don't go to the gym tonight, all the magical and wonderful things we could be doing, spending time with each other, talking, cuddling, kissing, making out. And the guy's thinking, oh man, I'm going to get so much sex, so much fun out of her. I should just stay home. And eventually this becomes a habit. This is how she starts to control you. She starts telling you things that other women haven't. A woman knows she's not physically as strong as us. So she has to use her words to defeat us. This is how women are vindictive and manipulative. This is one of their manipulation techniques, is using their words. But this is why you need red pill information to see straight through that bullshit. so you can see straight through all that bull crap what her real motive and intention is. Fellas, don't give up your activities for a woman. Never, ever do that. Is she giving up her activities for you? She's going out, she's going to hang out with her girlfriends whenever she wants to, right? Does she ask you, hey, can I go out and hang out with my friends tonight? Does she ask for your permission? Do you even get to tell her, no, you're not going out tonight? Stay home, we're gonna cook together, we're gonna hang out, this, that, and the other? Do you get to tell her you're not posting any pictures on Instagram? Take him down. Then why does she get to tell you, no, you're not riding a motorcycle anymore? Yes, that's why anytime you see these kind of relationships going on around you, fellas, just know you're winning. Just know you're winning as a single man. You're pocketing a lot of your money. You're saving it all. You're putting it away. You're investing it, real estate properties, stocks, bonds, other businesses, whatever. You know, if you get rich enough to the point where you can buy other businesses that are already established, great passive income source. What are these guys doing in the relationships and the marriages? Half, if not more than half of their paycheck is going towards their woman, their family, their girlfriends, etc., etc. All the times you have to buy her gifts, buy clothes for your own self to go to events with her, take her on trips, on vacations, go to different places with her, go get food with her, ice cream with her, movie tickets, popcorn. It adds up, fellas, especially if you're young and you don't have a great career going on yet. You're not fully on your purpose yet. You're not fully on your grind yet. You're broke dating. Yeah, your parents, if they're rich, they're not going to always be there to support you. And you're broke dating lifestyle. And you're digging a hole in your own pocket by doing so. The money you could be saving and using to build some income sources so that when you walk away from your work, income still keeps coming, which is called passive income. But that will not happen till you invest. Invest. Not spend. Invest. There's a huge difference. That's where your mind needs to be, fellas. These chicks are always gonna be there. Just level up. They'll always be there. Every single day, some girl is turning 18. Every single year, a new crop of 18-year-olds are graduating high school. They're always going to be there. All you need to do is level up so she finds your lifestyle attractive, so you have something to offer to her for her to come to your life. Broke dating is not going to get you there. It's going to keep you in that trap with that one woman who's going to have the power in the relationship forever, and you're going to be the bitch. Do you want the lifestyle? Do you want a life like that? Is that what life's supposed to be? You doing things at somebody else's will, at somebody else's wish? You don't have your own freedom? The freedom that people gave their lives for? People died to get this freedom that we have today. People gave their lives out in battles and wars. And you're telling me you are intentionally locking that freedom away? Locking that freedom up in a box? Not very smart if you ask me, is it? Fellas, long story short, the reason why women want to control and restrict your activities is because she wants the power. If you look into any nations, big nations, where dictatorship is going on, what do you see is happening? The dictator rules the people and tells them, this is what you can and this is what you cannot do. And the people are very much controlled by their dictator. Next thing you know, you are not even the person who you thought you were 5 years ago when you first met her. You're a completely whole different changed person, new person. Somebody that you absolutely hate. Your body goes to crap. Your finances start to deplete. Just bad. All around bad. Don't let a woman do that to you. Hope this video made sense. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video to your friends. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.